Hey there, hey, it's Elysian. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. So today I just wanted to chit chat a little bit about the wedding experience. Before I went on my little hiatus and all of that, I was actively planning my wedding, and after y'all watch this video, y'all will get a little bit of an understanding of why I took a hiatus, because your girl was stressed. Your girl was stressed. I'm not gonna give everything in this video. This won't be like a tell-all or anything like that, because honestly I don't think it could all fit in one video. So I'll get in more detail of some things, the things I'm willing to share in other videos, so stay tuned for that. But as for today, we're just gonna talk about some of the things that occurred, some of the mishaps and the chaos. But it all came together. It all came together, and the marriage is what matters, right? The marriage to your best friend, and the joy and the fun and the hard times and the good times and all of that, that's what matters. So the wedding, a very small piece, but a lot went down. A lot went down, and we got to talk about that today. So let's get into it. Okay, so I don't even know where to begin, for real. I'll go back to 2021. You all already know because I posted a video about it, but in 2021 my closest cousin passed away, and it rocked me. It rocked my world, and wedding was postponed because I was not stable. I was not stable, and she was supposed to sing at my wedding and everything, so I was like, I can't have no wedding and I ain't got no singer, you know. So wedding was postponed, all of that. So that was like the first thing. After that, things were kind of going smooth, I guess. They were going smooth for what it was, all things considered. Like the vast majority of my bridesmaids didn't live here. Let's see, was it half of them? I can't say vast majority. Half of my bridesmaids didn't live here. Now I'm like counting my bridesmaids. No, 4 out of 6 of my bridesmaids, yes, 4 out of 6 of my bridesmaids did not live here. So I had 3 that lived in Colorado. I had 1 that lives in Japan, and then one of my maid of honors and one of my bridesmaids lived here. So yes, the majority of my bridesmaids didn't live here, so that posed a lot of issues, just as far as like communication and bridal shower and stuff. I didn't have a bridesmaids what do you call that? What do you call that? Why am I blanking? I did not have a bachelorette party. There we go. I did not have a bachelorette party, which I didn't really want one, so I was fine. But bridal shower was a little difficult. My maid of honor came through though. Like, she did her freaking thing. Like, it was amazing. That was probably the highlight of all of the wedding stuff, was the bridal shower, and then obviously the day of the wedding. But the positives of things, like, those were, the bridal shower was definitely one of the heights of it all. So I'm definitely grateful for that. But so some craziness, like, I changed my wedding dress. I got a wedding dress. This is what that looks like. This is what that looks like. I got it, and I called an hour later begging to unget it. And the lady would not do it. Like, she was not going, and it made no sense. And so I was like, I really don't want to be stuck with this dress. I literally went home. Not home. It's home now, but it wasn't home. I was still engaged. So Alan and I didn't live together before marriage, but I went to Alan's and literally sobbed in his arms. Like, I made the worst decision of my life. I just paid all this money for this dress I don't like. Because Others liked it. I didn't really like it. I liked it, but I didn't love it. There was a dress that I loved that nobody else loved. And so I was like, oh, no. But then this dress I liked, but everybody else was like, so I was like, oh yeah. And then I couldn't do it. And so I literally kept having reoccurring nightmares, or like they're not reoccurring because they were different. They were different, but they were all centered around how horrible the dress was. So I kept having all these nightmares about the dress and how horrible it was. And I wasn't liking it. Was not feeling it. I was stressed out. I was literally having panic attacks every day just about this dress. And so I went to a small bridal shop on my own, and I got a dress that I loved. And that I will give more details in a different video because God really worked in my favor for that situation. Yeah, God knew what was up, so he really worked in my favor. But that was one thing. So I literally changed my dress 5 months, give or take 5 months before the wedding. So they don't recommend that. And then the venue that we had, the venue coordinator was not coordinating. She was not doing what she needed to do. She was not doing her job, and I'm not. I want you guys to hear me. I need you guys to really hear me on this. I am not the type to put up a fuss. I am not the type to, I hate making phone calls. I hate sending emails. Like, it stresses me out. I will pretty much get everything done right then and there, and then we don't ever have to speak again. Like, to be honest, I am not the type to like blow somebody up. None of that. That is not me. That's also not Alan. He doesn't like hate it, but he's more chill. Like, he's just a chill guy, so he doesn't need to do all that. But I tell you, this lady was not responding to any emails, was not answering any phone calls. In a matter of like 4 months, 6 months, give or take, she went on 4 different vacations. Like, we was gone for like a week. I was like, girl, this venue is entirely too expensive, because it was not a cheap venue at all. Like, it was teetering on like top tier of venue spaces. Because it was one of those, like, you only get the venue. You don't get anything else. You don't get tables. You don't get chairs. No, I think we did get some tables. You don't get chairs. You don't get catering. You don't get staff. You don't get nothing. Like, you get the space. That's what you get. And I think it was some tables. Like, not even, like, enough. It was just, like, a couple. Entirely too expensive to not have communication. And then she wasn't approving our caterer, which was necessary. And I wasn't even sure that I wasn't even sure I wanted to go with this caterer, because she waited so long. It went 6 weeks. 6 weeks with no communication, because she waited so long. There was no time to even try and find another caterer. Even if she wasn't approved, even if this caterer wasn't approved, it was like, oh, we just might not have food. Stressful. So we took the plunge and was like, hey, Alan went up to the place, which that's basically how he had to do anything. Anytime we tried to call, email, she would never be there. And he would have to actually physically go there to get answers. So he went up there and was like, hey, can we just get our money back? Like, I know it says no refunds. I know, but we just need our money back. And by the grace of God, they did give us our money back, and we got a much better venue. But that happened 6 weeks before the wedding. New venue, 6 weeks before the wedding. And then 4 weeks before the wedding, one of my bridesmaids dropped out. So I had to figure that out. And then a lot of other chaos happened. And then a lot of other chaos happened. I'm trying to like not give too much, because I don't want to like put people in like a bad light or anything like that. But I'll just say, like, a lot of stuff happened, to the point where I had people telling me like that they had they dealt with a lot of weddings, they dealt with a lot of brides, they'd been a bride themselves, or they had a relationship with a lot of brides, and they had never seen as much chaos break out weeks before the wedding ever in their lives. Like, and I'm not talking about like 20-something-year-olds telling me this. No, I had like 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, pushing 60-year-olds telling me, like, girl, what did you do to make the devil mad? Because this is too much. This is entirely too much. There were a lot of tears, a whole lot of tears, a whole lot of, you know, babe, if you don't want to marry me, like I straight up was like, this is too much for me to handle, and you're not used to any kind of like chaos really, so you know, this is too much for me, so it's probably too much for you. If you want to exit stage left. He was like, no, I'm in this to win this. I'm in this with you. Which I'm very grateful for. That was such a blessing. He didn't have to stick around, but he did. Yeah. But there was a lot of chaos. A lot of things on the wedding day that didn't go as planned. A lot of things I forgot about because of all the chaos. It was like, oh yeah, forgot to do that sign, forgot to do that sign, forgot to do that, like, yeah. Yeah. Our DJ was horrible, but whatever, it's fine. The entire venue was absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing. And again, I'll do a whole separate like video targeting some of these things, but venue was incredible. Photographer sucked so bad. Photographer was so awful, so awful. And yeah, it just was bad. Food was amazing, venue was amazing, the people were amazing, my husband was amazing. So that's what matters. Pickles was amazing. She was in the wedding. Yes, she was. She was great. And that's what matters. But yeah, there was a lot of chaos. A whole lot of chaos, but we made it through. We made it, and we're married now, and we're, you know, a few months in, and we're still going strong. I know people are probably like, oh, you're still in the honeymoon phase and all of that stuff. Yeah, I'll make a whole separate video about that too. But yeah, this is just a little update that yes, we did get married, and we did have a wedding, like an actual legit wedding. At some point I will post the video, at some point I will do all of those things, but right now I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it, a little bit about the chaos and stuff, the great stuff. Wedding was amazing, honeymoon was amazing. Both so Alan surprised me with two places. He surprised me with Cancun, and he surprised me with Toronto. And I definitely didn't think either of those places, not Toronto, well, we did go to Toronto, but Niagara Falls, and then we went to Toronto, which Niagara Falls was just like but I didn't think we were going to either of those places, but I definitely was pretty certain that we weren't going to two whole places. Two? Yeah, so I pretty much won the jackpot when it comes to the husband lottery. But other than that, I've been working and working on some things, some personal things, trying to utilize the gifts God gave me and trying to walk in the purpose that God has for me, without wavering and without shutting down and allowing others to validate or invalidate the gifts God gave me, because no one should have that much power over us. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I've been a wife, okay, doing wifely duties and stuff, supporting my husband. Anyway, yes, so this is a little chit-chatty video. Next video, I hope I will have my husband with me and we can talk about some things, but stay tuned for more videos in the future. If any of these little sprinkles of information caught your attention, stay tuned for more videos. subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload those videos and give you guys more details of the absolute chaos. Like, that's the only word I can even use. It's just chaos. That's all I got. So like this video, comment down below something that you want to know about, something you want me to talk about more in depth, any questions that you have. But that does it for this video. I love you, and Jesus loves you so much more. And remember, you will never overcome that which is hidden, and you will not conquer what you refuse to confront. Let's break some chains, y'all.